Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And my question of today is, do you think the bull run is over? Comment yes down below if you think the bull run is over, and no if you think it is still continuing on forward. I think that question is interesting because I see so many people worrying in the comment section, and I just want to kind of get the balance, right? I want to kind of see and get some idea of what the people are thinking, again, that I watched this video. So also make sure you press the like button and subscribe. That will just make it so more people see this video, and it helps with the YouTube algorithm. Now, $1 trillion has officially been wiped out from the crypto market in only 1 week. It's a lot. It's a lot. Ian Northing has said, yup, and it's a reply to The Chosen One, whom said, it's all a show. The Daily Hold on September 27th of 2020 posted, the World Economic Forum names XRP as the crypto asset most relevant in central bank digital currency space. And obviously, there's some very hard truth to that. So Mark here replies and says, I agree, but that article is over 8 months old. It's not even relevant what the Daily Holder wrote yesterday, let alone 8 months ago. And so forward and so on. People will always have their criticism. However, specifically this subject of central bank digital currencies, there is no crypto which is more relevant to the subject than XRP is. You'll not find any single one of them because Ripple is planning on making them, Ripple is planning on bridging them, Ripple is planning on involved in the entire process. So it's definitely going to be quite interesting. We're not exactly sure to what extent XRP will be used or the XP ledger will be used for the creation, but we do know that the bridge is always set in place. And as Ripple builds more CBDC on their private ledger, the more bridges that XRP will also have to cross or make. Then Stefan W. Huber, or Leerzeit over on Twitter, yes, I still believe that a settlement between the SEC and Ripple will be announced on the 31st of May. Friday's hearing did not change that. Why I think a summary judgment in August is less favorable and less likely for both than a settlement at the last day of May. Ripple. Ripple. One. The cost of Ripple of a fine is less than another 3 months of litigation and business uncertainty in the US. Regulatory clarity will only come with new laws, but in the meantime, Ripple would finally have its back in the US. In the US. In addition, there is the very small but impossible to rule out risk of defeat in the event of a ruling. Even though Ripple says that it's not just about them, but the whole crypto industry, I don't buy that. In the event of a summary judgment and a defeat by the SEC for lack of fair notice, Ripple's competitors could save themselves in the future by pointing to Ripple's rulings. With the prior settlement, only Ripple's would be off the hook, and the SEC could continue to pursue Ripple's competitors as well, because the fair notice defense, if they win by that, which again is a really important defense, will not be able to be used by others that easily. So that one, I guess, okay. This is a big advantage for a company that is in a position with other crypto companies. And then the SEC side is the defeat by summary judgment due to lack of fair notice would be tantamount to disempowerment for the SEC in the crypto industry, at least until new laws are enforced. Any other company could point back to the lack of fair notice to protect itself, and I doubt that Gensler wants to complicate the work unnecessarily or even make it impossible until a new law is created. A settlement would be kind of a victory in spite of everything, since Ripple does not have to admit mistakes directly, but at least has to pay a fine. And the SEC would not have to chalk up the whole case as an embarrassing defeat, and Gary Gensler's SEC career would not start with a total flop. Moreover, I don't know how binding a summary judgment of a district court is. I can well imagine that both Ripple and the SEC could appeal if they lose on fair notice. Of course, I can't rule that out if Gensler/the SEC themselves are uncertain and would gratefully accept any ruling as guidance for themselves, then it may well end up as a summary judgment. But last but not least, the clarity whether XRP is a security or not can only come from the new law this year. And through litigation, the Howey test can only be replaced by a Ripple test through a Supreme Court ruling, because that's again how the SEC usually operates. And that will take at least 2 years, which I think is absolutely impossible. This is not completely true though. There's definitely some loopholes to that system. And one more thing, the 2 settlement attorneys the SEC registered with the court 2 weeks ago were not the ones who spoke at the hearing. Jorge Tenrero is the attorney who has been fighting for the conviction since the beginning, and in the settlement, the proceedings are exclusively behind the scenes. Tenrero is carrying as a normal or on as normal. He has to, especially in the public hearing. It's interesting. It's definitely interesting. So Crypto Pete replied and says, interesting. I too can see the SEC risking it to go to summary judgment and losing on the fairness defense. As you said, future defendants could then cite this precedent by the Ripple, and subsequently the SEC could face a tough time with future litigation if this happens. And Jeremy says this is exactly correct, and why the fairness defense is so important. That's exactly what the SEC has to lose in this litigation. Bingo. So that is actually really interesting to me as well. It's really interesting. This whole part is a lot more important than we made it out to be. So, damn, right? Damn. Moving on forward, let's see. It was only this one here. Okay, guys, this XRP down joke isn't funny anymore. Stop it. You know how many people have just been pooping on top of my head here in the comment section? It's been crazy, man. The amount of anger and just hatred that people have right now is really mind-boggling to me. Man, I can't really... I don't know what else to say, man. I can't really feel it, I guess, because I already told you guys I started a little campaign to ignore it on my own a couple of days ago, I think a week or two ago already. It still sometimes hits to a certain degree when people say, like, oh, you're so stupid giving the wrong advice. Obviously, none of this is financial advice, and obviously, you can't be right 100% of the time. But in the end, I'm never lying. I'm always telling you guys exactly what I think, and I personally think we're doing a really great job just hauling crypto and just, I guess, being happy doing it or just staying comfortable. But there will always be these rotten eggs and people who are just really, really angry with you regardless. Now, veteran trader John Bollinger claims Bitcoin is forming a short-term double bottom. There's actually a lot of articles written about him. Bitcoin might be finally bottoming, according to legendary trader John Bollinger. Veteran trader John Bollinger claims that Bitcoin is working on a short-term double bottom in his latest tweet. Quote, the developing risk to reward looks good. Stay tuned for a trade opportunity. So specifically, BTC to USD is working on a short-term W bottom at a logical place. The developing risk to reward looks good. Stay tuned for a trade opportunity. No, not to me, to the markets. Hashtag Bitcoin. On May 18th, Bollinger called 43,000 the logical level for Bitcoin before the crypto collapsed all the way to 30,000. And as reported by you today, the prominent chartist who also called a W bottom in late January, back then bulls and bears were battling for the 30K level before, and Elon Musk started toying with Bitcoin tweets and Tesla announced its massive purchase on February 8th. Whatever. Let's see. Confirmed Ethereum's Berlin hard fork solved a flaw that exposed the network to attacks. I don't really want to go too far into Ethereum like that, but I do want to say on this specific note is Bitcoin and Ethereum are both on their own kind of pace, working towards bettering themselves. I mean, on Bitcoin, of course, we have the mining switching over from, once more, China, most likely to America. Oil crypto alliances form in North America to power Bitcoin miners. It's really going heavy right now, and so theoretically speaking, from that perspective, the Bitcoin price should definitely not go down right now, taking all the other alts with them. But Ethereum on its own is actually migrating to proof of stake, right? So they're switching over their huge energy consumption to proof of stake, and that's actually one thing that a lot of people forget. The whole mining thing is really getting outdated, and so the worries for it are also not that strong anymore as they were in the past. 4 signals that the Bitcoin crash might soon reach a local bottom. Crypto Fear and Greed Index, remember April 2020? Here are some times in the last 2 years the Fear and Greed Index was sub 15. Make of it what you will. Let's quickly take a little bit of a look at that specifically. So here are some times in the last 2 years the Greed Index was at that point. Okay, so here's 5 points, right? All of those, the Fear and Greed Index was ridiculously low. And I guess all I can say about that one is this is right now, and these are points in the past. It doesn't actually indicate too much. People just get fearful when things sell off a little bit, but it doesn't actually do too much. And here are also the times BVOL spiked above 19. The smallest of all the bounces through the peak was 80%. Yeah. Bitcoin Historical Volatility Index, by the way. It's the volatility, basically. Okay, sign number 2. Start to flow model, lower band at 30K. On exchanges, stablecoins at all-time high, waiting aside. This is again to just buy the dip. And Vaporwell altcoins bleeding out. BTC dominance is rising. Yeah, a lot of people are taking their money from these, just testing out altcoins, the dog coins into BTC right now. And then here's why Ripple XRP coin is back on my crypto radar. All I can say about this one is, if it's not on your radar, there's definitely something wrong. And the reason to be in XRP right now, as we currently speak, is mostly actually in anticipation of a huge event. we are all buying in because we're expecting Ripple to win the lawsuit, right? Or at least to do something crazy in regards to it. And I personally think XRP is going to come out victorious and, again, get us some crazy price gains. But that's also partially what we're speculating on right now. That's, again, what we put some money on. Because, well, they might come to a settlement at one point or another, and that could be huge gains. Ripple is also said to be behind the Bitcoin Energy Usage FUD, which I thought was interesting. I just saw a little bit of a debacle about that over on Twitter. Does it really matter, though, who's behind it? Does it really? Does it really? Not sure if it really does. Not sure. I mean, you might say that the whole Elon Musk debacle and the whole China debacle now have been stemming off from this. I don't think so. Because all the lobbying that Ripple does, supposedly, I don't think that's too relevant over in China. Because last time I checked, whatever lobbying you do in the U.S. doesn't have any effect on China. So I don't know. I don't know if this is all too relevant. And then, last but not least, 3 new reasons why crypto market is still crashing hard. China issues new warnings against crypto. BlockFi's mistake had severe consequences, and many problems occurring on the Binance Smart Chain. Well, I guess this last part is mostly just scams and things not going as easy and whatnot. I'm not sure if that's really a big issue, to be honest with you. This BlockFi mistake was definitely annoying. A few days ago, a major crypto exchange and trading platform, BlockFi, made a bonus for the customers. The exchange decided to send their customers USD cash money if they participate in a trading promotion from back in March. And the company instead sent its customers BTC. For example, if a client was paid $50, the company sent him 50 BTC. Although you might think that this is a good thing and more people would be interested in the crypto sphere due to such errors, but the big players become more strict when it comes to payouts. This is in turn will lessen trading volumes on cryptos, resulting in lower demand, hence a lower price. The company's website was even seen down and people can't access their funds. This will definitely create fear and more people will liquidate their holdings as soon as possible. All I can say about that one specifically is just whenever this type of stuff happens, people just get fearful of crypto in general because one thing messed them up a little bit. So yeah, that was definitely not nice, but long term, it doesn't really matter too much unless they go for some really heavy new rules, but I don't know if they really did that. Not personally using it, so I'm not sure. Guys, if you want to trade, I personally am going for Bybit. A link is down below. You can get $2,600 worth of bonuses for free. And there's also a 25 XRP gift that you'll be given if you deposit 500 XRP. So all you have to do is deposit 500 XRP. Boom, you'll be given 25 XRP bonus for free. I think the 1st of June you get that. So you might need to wait a little bit, but link is down below. Use that link and you'll get some bonuses. There's also 5 Ledger Nano X's that will be given away to a couple of the people who use the link and deposit 1,000 XRP. Once more, 5 Ledger Nano X's. So use the link down below and I'll see you guys again in another crypto video soon. If you're from the US, make sure you use a VPN.